Hi everybody, and happy blizzard. It is blizzarding so bad in the northeast right now that it's falling at 2 to 4 inches an hour. So this morning my boss called me early and said, forget it, do not, there's no way. So stuck here. And what we're going to make today in the snowstorm is corn fritters. I'm going to change the recipe a little bit because I normally use milk, but I don't have that much milk left. I'm saving that for my tea. So I'm using buttermilk with these, and they do make a great fritter. So, but whatever you have, milk or buttermilk, perfectly fine. First thing we're going to add is 1 cup of Bisquick. I always use Bisquick. It's already got its baking powder in it. If you use flour, you're going to want to add a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and because it's buttermilk, you might want to add a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda as well. But I don't have any baking soda, so we're improvising today. There is my Bisquick. Into my Bisquick, I'm going to pour 2 eggs. Stir that up. Get that going. Now you want 1/4 to 1/2 cup of buttermilk or milk, until you get to the consistency you want. So I have a 1/2 cup in this container, in this measuring cup, and I'll stir until I get where I want it. It's probably going to take a 1/2 cup for sure. Oh, it smells so good with the buttermilk. And contrary to popular belief, buttermilk is very low in fat. It is only 1.5% milk fat. So, people think it's called buttermilk because it's very fattening or something, but it is not. Very low in fat. Alright, let's mix that fritter batter good. Looking just about perfect. To that, I'm going to add a teaspoon of parsley, some salt and pepper to your liking, and 1 cup of drained corn, sweet corn kernels. I mean 1 can. Did I say 1 can? Not 1 can. Mix it up. The corn smells beautiful. I'll mix that up really well. And then what I'm going to do, now you don't have to do this, but it's just a little bit early in the day, so I'm going to refrigerate this batter until we're ready to make the fritters, and we'll make the fritters in a little while. This morning I already made a horseradish dipping sauce for them, my famous horseradish dipping sauce, which I've shown you how to make on the crab fritters video, but I'll give you the directions again later. Look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? Full of corn and good stuff, and it smells so good. So I'll stick this in the fridge, and I'll come back with you in a little while when we're ready to make our fritters. Talk to you in a bit. Okay guys, now what we did here was heat up some canola oil. Got it nice and hot, and I'll show you what you're going to do with your fritters. I already started a couple. You got a lot to go. You have your fritter batter, you have your hot oil, and you have this little tin with paper towels so you can drain them off. Alright, so what you want to do is take a big heaping tablespoon of fritter and drop it into your hot oil. Okay. trying not to make too much of a mess. Fritters are a little messy, but they're so good. Okay, let's see. So, and don't crowd your pan because it brings your oil temperature down, okay? So I did venture out real quick. I wanted to see how bad it really was. And wow, was it bad. I'm telling you, I have a Jeep. I can pretty much drive through anything. But hardly anything has been plowed yet because it's still snowing like mad. The winds are whipping. It is just crazy. So there's no tracks to follow. There's no treads to follow. So I had to like make my own, and it was all over the place. It was just pushing the Jeep all over. But the best thing is that the only people on the roads are the plows, the salt trucks, and the DPW. So made it, made it kind of fun because I always like a good snow truck. I've taken you on many of them, but this is the worst storm I've seen in many, many years. All right, for your horseradish dipping sauce, you want to do a half a cup of mayonnaise, a tablespoon of ketchup. Regular ketchup is fine. Today I used hot and spicy ketchup by Heinz. 2 tablespoons of cream-style horseradish, a 1/3 teaspoon of paprika, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon dried oregano, pinch of ground black pepper, and a 1/3 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Mix it all really, really well, and refrigerate it until you're ready to use it so that it's all the flavors mingle and it's nice and cold, nice and chilled. Turn your fritters after they're nice and brown on one side. They smell so good. Make sure your oil's hot too, because you don't want your fritters absorbing any excess oil, okay? Hot pan, cold oil. When you start out, you heat your pan over the flame, pour the cold oil in, then bring it up to temperature. That's the best way to go. Okay, these are beautiful. Look at that. Comfort food on a cold winter's day. And I don't usually fry things anymore. I'm not eating that kind of stuff, but today is a special occasion. It's a massive nor'easter. Nor'easter snowstorm. So we can cheat a little bit for some nice warm comfort food. Look at that. Don't they look beautiful? Really, really nice. And the buttermilk is going to give them a beautiful flavor. Buttermilk is a strange, strange thing. When I make my crab fritters, I always use regular milk. But I think for the corn fritters, I think it would be... You can use regular milk for these too, But I think the buttermilk... Well, I had more buttermilk. I didn't have that much milk, so let me use the buttermilk and give them a different flavor. Buttermilk is a little creamier, a little thicker. Nice. They look great. They're looking great. Alright, and what you wind up with is a beautiful mound of perfect corn fritters. Horseradish sauce, beautiful. Horseradish sauce is great, and it's so spicy and nice. The horseradish is so great with the sweetness of the corn cakes. So, very fun. Fritters are always fun, always great, and you can make them with anything. Zucchini, corn. You can make my crab fritters. I make the crab fritters also with cod. I make them as cod fritters. Make them as clam fritters. There's so much you can do with a fritter batter. So drain them good on the paper towels. Serve them on a little plate or a basket lined with, one of those baskets lined with the paper. Beautiful, beautiful cold weather comfort food. Very fun. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Hope you're safe, hope you're happy, hope you're healthy, wherever you are in the country. I will talk to you very, very soon.